The first thing I learned about Manhattanville when I came here is our long tradition of engagement for equity and social justice, coupled with an ethos that puts a high institutional value on civic engagement and a strong interventionist streak in the most positive sense of that word. So what does this mean for our future? We have to identify 5 central destinations we want to reach over the coming years. Our first destination is actually quite close by. To get there, we have to accomplish a simple-looking yet wickedly deceptive task. I'm referring to nothing more and nothing less than having to define our very own identity, both going forward and reaching back to the past. We have to understand who we are, how who we are relates to where we are, how it relates to where we are coming from, and how we can leverage both our current and past strengths towards mapping out a sustainable future. We need to connect. The traditional rigid distinction between undergraduate and graduate programs has been eroding for some time and frankly is no longer sustainable. For our second destination, let me take you back to the great poem by W.H. Auden. At Manhattanville, we do not turn away quite leisurely from the disaster. We rally as a community and we support each other. My challenge to our faculty is that we need to find ways of integrating more such task-based and project-driven learning directly into our curriculum beyond internships and volunteer engagements. We need to connect what we do in our curriculum to the needs of employers, both domestic and worldwide. Once we reach the second destination, the third destination will already come into view in the distance. We will set to work to create a new type of program, a school that will leverage the traditional strengths of a liberal arts education in entirely new ways. In his brilliant book, The Tides of Mind, David Gelernter has shown that in order to understand how the human mind works, we need to understand not just what we do in our high focus hours, but also and especially in our low focus moments, when our attention drifts, when we may daydream, pursue unexpected memory paths, or free associate. In our new school, we intend to put David Gelernter's theories to the test by having students from different backgrounds collaborate across disciplinary boundaries on problem sets drawn from life beyond the walls of the academy, realizing that for tomorrow's markets and in a global economy, it is no longer enough to be able to simply solve a problem. You have to solve it in a particular context, and that context is in a permanent state of flux. When we reach the third destination, we will have connected the strengths of a liberal arts curriculum with the requirements of tomorrow's workplace. The fourth destination takes us back in a loop to our immediate vicinity, Purchase, Harrison, and Westchester County. I hope to work with the Business Council and with our Manhattanville contacts in many of the thriving businesses of the area to collaborate on combining the proven benefits of a liberal arts curriculum with collateral education during the summer or winter break that will provide students with additional skills most needed by businesses. I also hope to team up with some of our business neighbors in Westchester County to further promote both the schools and the county's global footprint. Our fifth destination, and one that completes the loop, will be taking us back right to where we started, our own campus, where we have to face issues involving equity and inclusion right here and also across America. Perhaps if we can get there, Manhattanville can become the crucible of a magnificent experiment in meaningful and collaborative dialogue, a place where people stop screaming at each other and start telling their stories to each other and begin to listen. We might call this the Manhattanville Blueprint, and we will make the most important connection, the connection between different people and their different identities. When we have reached the fifth destination, maybe in 5 or 6 years, maybe in 10 or 20, our journey will by no means be over. Each of these stations has connections to new destinations. So the Manhattanville train will keep going as long as we continue to connect. And that is the meaning of that famous phrase from E.M. Forster's Howard's End, a phrase that has special significance for Manhattanville College. Only connect. Connect to our great heritage and mission. Connect to new bold ideas, link the theoretical with the applied, reach out to expand and secure our college's local and worldwide connections to serve our students, connect to each other in this community, and finally, connect our mission to the passion each of us feels for this great institution. Only connect. Thank you.